It's been a good long time since we mentioned Charles Lindbergh on this channel. In fact, the last time we talked about him was regarding his missing child, the Lindbergh baby, and the Mandela effect surrounding him. So if you're curious to hear about that one, I talked about it in my brand new Mandela Effects episode 6. Now, Charles Lindbergh became popular because he was the first person to fly across the Atlantic Ocean from New York to France. Because of this incredible feat, he was known around the world. And because of his fame, when his son went missing, it was on headlines of newspapers worldwide. And get this, the American president at the time even called him personally to offer condolences and provide resources to find his son. But here's the new Mandela effect. Charles Lindbergh was given the title of being the very first person to fly across the Atlantic Ocean in an airplane in 1927, which is now not true. He wasn't the first person to do it. He wasn't the second person to do it. He wasn't even the 20th person to do it. Many others had made the exact same trip across the Atlantic Ocean in an airplane before he ever did. Instead of being the first, Charles Lindbergh was actually the 82nd person to make the trip across the Atlantic. 82nd. I wish I was joking. The first transatlantic flight took place in 1919 by Lieutenant Commander Albert C. Reed. The second transatlantic flight was 3 weeks later by Captain John Alcock and Lieutenant Arthur Brown. In 1924, the first non-stop transatlantic flight was performed by Lieutenant Hal H. Smith and Lieutenant Eric H. Nelson, who took a journey of 26,100 miles around the globe, beginning and ending in Seattle, Washington. From 1919 to 1927, a total of 78 people successfully flew across the Atlantic. By the time Charles Lindbergh finally took his historic legendary flight, a total of 81 people had successfully flown across the Atlantic before him. I mean, it's one thing to have your glory stolen by someone else. It's another thing for others to have not heard of your accomplishments. But 81 people before him? On May 20th, 1927, a cumulative total of 8 years after 81 others had already accomplished the transatlantic flight, the first transatlantic flight was accomplished by Charles Lindbergh, the man who gained world renown for being the first. Except now, he wasn't. He was the 82nd person. Removing his greatest accomplishment removes the credibility and renown Charles Lindbergh had at the time, right? Why was he so beloved then? Why was he so famous for a feat that 81 others had previously accomplished before him? Mandela effects like this are completely mind-blowing. Or at least they are to me. So what do you think about all this? Was this as absurd to you as it was for me? Let me hear all about it in the comments below. The next thing you're going to tell me is that pizza was originally created in China instead of Italy. Ah, crap.